You don't have to ask me twice.
What's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I think the real mystery is why she said we could eat, but everything is listed as stealing if we try and eat it.
By a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Probably.
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion.
Wreck the halls this Christmas season. Fa la 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 la.
Not for my friend here. I need to get back to
Blow your cash for no good reason. Fa la 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 la.
Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. Glad to help however I can.
I wouldn't really
Like I said,
call us
I'm glad to
friends.
help in any way I can. But I need your help.
Oh, of
We
course you do.
Need your help.
Quid pro quo. I guess it's saying I could take all of his stuff, and I'd love to, because if I can't use his stuff, I could certainly, sell it, and I'm gonna need money.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose.
What's a Jarl?
Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Falkwreath in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Why don't you just have your friend do it? I mean, Hadvar's right here. He works for the military. He's in the military. He seemed like an excellent choice to do this job for you. I, on the other hand, am a total stranger. I'm a different species, actually. Did you know that? I'm a cat. You're humans of some sort. I really can't tell humans apart. Red Guards, Imperials, all of that. But, of course, this is a video game, and I don't turn people down in video games when they give me quests. What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago.
Uh-huh.
She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes, fixing the sawmill.
Do you have any KhajKeet that live here? Because I'm not seeing any KhajKeet in town. I mean, what do you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to
Hey,
roam
watch your
around
language.
just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end? Dude, we don't make guys answer for things in the end. And that's gross, and it's not G-rated. What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf,
Yeah.
he rules
him.
Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
I think the war can last, actually. It can last until I win the war for one side or the other, or at least that's what's happened in the past when I've fought the war. Which side of the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Ellis.
I didn't ask that.
Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end.
Oy vey.
He's no traitor.
You keep having guys do all these things in the end. I mean, that could be taken wrong. You mentioned an Elisif. Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim.
Oh, yeah.
Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
Wait, I thought you said he murdered King Torek in solitude, so the High King. So that's not the Jarls killing each other. That's one Jarl killing the king. Can you please get your lies straight? We're trying to put together some lore here, some background, so the people can understand this game. And when you purposely get it wrong, or you're confused about it, or whatever, it makes it very difficult for the people at home that are viewing this here video. Now this is a stupid question. How do I get to Whiterun from here? I mean, obviously from here.
See you around.
Oh, well, dude, I'm not done asking you questions.
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
Apparently he's done answering questions, even though...
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I'm planning all kinds of trouble, because your husband said he was going to answer my questions, and then he got up and left. I think he got upset that and by the way, I think he probably went to the tavern. But he said he was going to answer all my questions, and then he didn't. He left. So, I'm going to take his gold. A Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun by Mikael the Bard. Welcome, good sir, to this indispensable guide. Within these pages, I, your humble author and guide, will describe to you the great city of Whiterun, the jewel of the North. Whiterun offers numerous diversions for the man in search of adventure, fortune, and companionship, whether for a night or for a lifetime. That didn't sound very G-rated. The city is graced with not one, but two worthy taverns, and there are maids and wenches aplenty. The city is located rather centrally in Skyrim, and this is well, for it is not far from anywhere. Perched high upon a rocky hill, Whiterun dominates the grassy plains that surround it. High stone walls protect its denizens from the wolves, mammoths, bandits, and other dangers lurking beyond. When you first enter through the city's main gate, you'll find yourself in the Plains District. This is so named because it is the lowest of the city's three neighborhoods. It is plain. But there can be found the Bannered Mare, which I count among the finest taverns in all Skyrim. The scenery within is quite compelling, if you have an eye for the fairer sex. Hey, we talked about this. We're not going to talk about sex in this G-rated video gaming channel. What G-rated video gaming channel, you ask? Oh, well, it's the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC, witty gamer channel. Yes. You can give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe. You can leave comments. We're building a community here for all the world to see. A stout lass named Hulda tends the bar. Don't let that stony Nord exterior fool you, for she is possessed of that same fiery passion that all Nord women try so hard to conceal. Sadia, the barmaid, is an exotic Redguard beauty. She is quite mysterious, and your humble author is determined to learn her secret. Now, see, as a KhajKeet, I honestly can't tell Imperials from Nords, from Redguards. They're all human to me. Human. Very uncat-like. This one understands you're not cats. Outside the Bannered Mare is a modest marketplace, and here is where I found true love. though I would never deter a fellow hunting hound from the chase, for indeed, why should I author these tomes if not to provide guidance in this very matter? I must ask that you do me this one kindness. Her name is Carlotta Valencia, and she is a magnificent beauty who makes a modest living selling bread and produce in the daylight hours. By the gods, I will make that feisty beauty mine someday. Well, dude, you need to understand there's really only one God. All other gods are false gods, they're pagan gods, and people who worship them, like you, are idolaters. Just getting that off my chest there. And of course, there are other services to be found in the Plains District. Bellathor's General Goods offers various and sundry wares for the adventurous traveler, and Arcadia's Cauldron offers what tonics and herbs one would expect from an apothecary's shop, if they could even say apothecary. Arcadia herself is an amicable sort. I often visit her to make conversation, as she is an imperial far from home. She is, however, a bit old for my taste. Woo! A gentleman of advanced years might find in her a worthy companion. Well, I also like older women, dude. But I'm a cat and she's human. So I don't think it'd go well together. Should you need your blade sharpened or your armor hammered, War Maidens offers smithing services very near the main gate. The smith is a pretty imperial named Adrian Avenici. But she is married to a great hulking brute named Olberth Wabear. How come they don't have the same last name? I'm confused. Adrian is quite fair, but I should not want to find myself being introduced to the keen edge of that husband's war axe. I thought you liked that other chick, whatever her name was, Carlotta or whatever. Anyway, if married ladies are your preferred sport, then have at. But don't say that you weren't warned. No, I'm not into... Look, I'm not into your false gods, your idolatry, your adultery, none of it. I don't run after married ladies. Near to the smith is the drunken huntsman. Here, some of the wealthier gentlemen gather to share both drink and rumors of the wide world. If you prefer a more distinguished class of company while you sip fine wine, you'll be well at home here. Of the Wind District, I have little to say. Most of the buildings in this second tier of the city are residences, though there is also a temple of Kinnereth and Yervaskar, the mead hall of the companions. There are some intriguing prospects to be found in the mead hall, should you favor a strong and fearless warrior woman. Is this like a pickup guide? You'll find little game at the temple, however. The priestess Danica Purespring is interested almost exclusively in spiritual matters. Oh, yeah, so girls that love God can't possibly be interested in men. Gotcha. At last we come to the Cloud District, exclusive domain of the Jarl's Castle. I think it's actually called a palace, you ignorant author, you. I have had some merry adventures within the stone walls of Dragon's Reach. Let me tell you, the serving girls are most easily impressed by a well-spoken gentleman. So they've never heard of you then. After all, the nights in Skyrim do grow quite cold, if you take my meaning. Yeah, your meaning is you don't want to be in a G-rated YouTube video channel. And I will not deny that I have visited the town's jail once or twice, which can be found in the lower levels of the palace. See, now you're calling it a palace. A minute ago, you called it a castle. Is it a castle or a palace? Perspiring minds want to know. This is important stuff. And you're glossing over all the important stuff to talk about chasing chicks. And what's worse than that, you're talking about chicks that are female humans. Ick, boo, young. As for the Jarl and his court, take pains to avoid them. I find that they lack any sense of humor or appreciation for refined culture. Besides which, they are all wealthy men and so must be viewed as your most serious competition. These Nords are simple folk, after all, and too easily swayed by the sight of fine clothes and a purse full of septims. Well, I'm a man. Well, actually, I'm KhajKeet, but I'm male. I don't carry a purse. Okay? You freak! Now, I will conclude this work by wishing you great success in your pursuits of women and wine. Spare a moment in your revels to think of me, your humble author, and the rest I have taken to bring you this most thorough report on all things of interest to the discerning gentleman in the grand city of Whiterun. My guess would be the biggest risk he took was venereal disease. But we're not going to talk about that in a G-rated YouTube video channel. But I will not lie and say that it was all a hardship. After all, who could want to sleep alone in such a cold and harsh land as this? Not I! Oops, I accidentally stole a dagger. Now, I probably should mention, remember, the guy said take what you want. And then several things here are listed as stealing if I actually do take them, which is odd. But I should probably mention that
What do you think you're doing?
I'm taking what I want, like your dad said.
Get away!
I should also mention... Oh, he's back. Hi, dude. I'm just innocently looking around.
Leave me alone!
I should mention that to do the Thieves Guild quest line, I've set it so that you have to steal a certain number of things. I think it's like 600 items or something like that. So
What do you want?
I'm always trying to build up that number until I hit it.
Prepare to be.
Are you listening?
Hard not to.
Nice
Can I give you
glasses,
something?
dude. Any news or rumors floating about?
Here, take a look at this.
You couldn't just answer? Beware of necromancers added. I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Have you heard any rumors?
Lucan at the Riverwood Trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen.
He had it broken into the other night? I don't think that's something he would arrange. What's your specialty?
You like skeever liver?
Not.
No? Tough luck. Food's hot. Never said it was good.
Wow, you really know how to sell the things you offer. Is there anything with which I can help you?
Nah, I don't think so.
Good. I didn't like you in the first place. Heard any rumors lately?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Oh, you know, it looks like it looks like this merchant is bugged out. Let's look again.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
You notice there is no menu for that. Let's see.
Until next time.
Okay, so we're gonna try and fix
Yep,
it.
Ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Come
Okay.
on, just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
This isn't a cheat because we're just trying to get the game to act the way it's supposed to. So we hit the console. We type start quest space dialogue generic. The problem is it's so small to see that I think they do it because they don't want old men like me to be able to enjoy this game. Then you close the console, wait a minute or two, and make a fresh save. So let's wait a minute or two. Secunda. What a name. Master Taunter.
What do you need?
I don't need anything, human. Delphine just sleeps with the door open and other men in the room.
The name's Jormir, and I'm just the man for the job.
Okay, I think we've waited long enough, so let's do a hard save. Okay, now check your nearest innkeeper or merchant.
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Notice it says, what have you got for sale? So it did fix it. Can I use the alchemy lab?
Long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right?
Not
Mix
really.
a couple of ingredients together. See what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know.
That's what I mean by
We
the...
have plenty of ingredients for
Try
sale,
not to interrupt me, dude. So, that's what I mean by those little hidden tutorials. He just gave us a little tutorial on using the alchemy lab, without it being really intrusive. So, let's see if
Take a look.
he will sell us any wheat or blisterwort. Sissy said that. Now, if I don't have blisterwort, I can't make the thing he talked about, but it's probably not a big deal. As you notice, there's only 3 things I have that he's buying right now. And he's paying terrible prices. That's because my speech skill isn't very high yet.
Until next time.
It'll get higher as we go throughout the game. Now, when Gore gets out of my way, this isn't Al Gore, by the way. I don't think Al Gore is a red guard from Skyrim. See, I got his race right, even though he's a human. Yeah, whatever, Gore. So, I've got wheat. I don't have blisterwort, but I can try to come up with other combinations. And see, I found one that fortifies health. And it still fulfilled the requirements to make a potion, which is what matters. You ever had your smart TV turn on while you're making videos for the interweb? It's annoying. Resist frost. Now, most of the potions I make, I'm just making to sell to other sleazebags. I don't use them myself. And even the ones I do use myself, if I'm hurting for money, I will often sell everything I have in my inventory, just because I want the money more than I want the potion or the armor or whatever, because I don't do it just with potions. So mainly for me, this is about making money. Now you might ask yourself, you might say, why do you need so much money in this game? Well, I do want to get married someday. And when I marry her, I'm not saying who it is I want to marry, because then you'll try and woo her. But I don't want to move in with her and her brother. That would be a little strange for me. So I want to have a house. And since nobody in Skyrim ever has children, I want to have a place where we can put our adopted children. Okay, now we've got 15. 15 is our skill level of our alchemy. Now, I'm going to go see whether he'll buy any of the potions I just made. He probably won't, but we'll just check.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
What have you got for sale?
Let's sate that appetite.
Well, you already said your food isn't good, so it's hard to sate that appetite that way. And as you can see, he's not buying any of the potions we just made. And I could sell him wine, for instance. I don't drink alcohol. But it wouldn't be selling it because he's offering nothing for it. It'd be just giving it away. Where can I learn more about magic?
Looking to blow yourself up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too. Be a lot safer just to have the Jarl's wizard teach you a thing or two. All right then.
Okay, so I'm glad we made this video because I was able to demonstrate exactly how to fix it. And it's not just, hey, a merchant isn't showing me their inventory. It's also quest givers are not giving you the quests they're supposed to, which means you can't actually do the main quest or any side quests in the game. So we'll go over again how to fix that. And first we'll pick up that Nern root over there. So first I want to talk about why a merchant might not open their inventory to you to sell to you, because obviously they're in the business of selling. So they want to make money. So some of the reasons would be it's after hours. Stores have hours, and so a store might be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But you might have wandered in right before they closed. And so the door was unlocked. You got in, but the merchant knows by the time you ask him, well, by the time you want to ask him about what he has to sell, it's now past his regular business hours. So then he won't even offer you, he won't even, tell you what he has for sale. Somebody has told me that if they don't like you, they won't sell to you. I've never found that to be true. Although I will tell you that if you look at them, there's a way to check their disposition towards you, and usually when this bug comes up, everybody that won't deal with you has a disposition of -1 towards you. So I think what this fix does, the fix I just showed you how to do, I think what it does is it resets it all to be neutral. I'm guessing. And there's a very nice moon. You can plan. Oh, well, let's stay on topic, actually. So, if somebody won't, let's say it's say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is their regular business hours. You're in their store. You haven't tried to fight them or anything like that. There's no reason you can think of why they wouldn't sell to you. Well, then it's probably your mods. Some combination of mods is causing strange things to happen. Now, you can go through all of your mods, but it'd be very tedious to uninstall all your mods, then install one, then test. Okay, does it work? And then, if it works, install another mod and see if that works. And even that really wouldn't solve the problem. And the reason it wouldn't solve the problem is this is something that can come up after you're playing for a while. So in other words, the same mods, let's say you have a loadout of 15 mods, which if you do, I don't know what's wrong with you. Either mod or don't mod. 15 mods is nothing. Many of us are running 800 mods. But for our purposes, let's talk about 15 mods. So let's say you have 15 mods, you've tested them, and the merchants are willing to sell to you and everything. That doesn't mean that 20 minutes later something won't happen where they're unwilling to sell to you. And again, this isn't just, I mean, it shows up where you see it the most, where it's the most noticeable, is just that option, let's see what you have for sale, or whatever it is, you know, with the particular merchant, just doesn't show up. And so that's the most obvious. You go, okay, there's something wrong. And what you usually don't think about, unless you've gone to that person for a particular quest, to be given a quest by them, is
what's a milk drinker like you doing out here?
Quest givers. I should kill him, but I'm trying not to kill people for calling me names anymore. So, most of us don't know the game back and forth well enough to know, okay, this person gives me this quest. And so when you go and talk to them and they don't give you a quest, you don't miss it because you don't know that they're supposed to give you that quest. Like, I've played this game almost 14,000 hours. That's not a brag, and it's not hyperbole. It's actually true. Steam says I've played this game some 13,776 hours the last time I checked. And that's just on the PC in Steam. On top of that would be all the hours I put into it on the Xbox 360, because I do have the Xbox 360 version. All the hours I put into it on Great Old Games, the GOG version. And of course, yeah, all the playing of it, I hadn't even thought about this. All the playing of it I've done at other people's houses when I was being a bad guest. Like, you invite me over to your house, you make dinner, all of that, and I'd rather play Skyrim than, hang out with you, talk to you, show any gratitude, or be nice to you. Hopefully I'm not still like that, but I have certainly not achieved perfection yet. Let's look at our map. Okay, I think we're supposed to take this road. So, if this should happen, pull the mask down firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. If you are caring for a child, take care of your own mask first, and then, in the remote possibility that the child is still alive, place the mask over the child's mouth. No, I'm just kidding. That's an airplane thing. So, no, what you do is you follow the following steps. 1. You give every video in my channel a thumbs up. Whether you truly like it or not is not the point. We're trying to build a community here, and we need your help. 2, you subscribe to the channel itself. Again, whether you like the content or not, don't tell me, oh, I don't like the content, so I'm not going to subscribe. We need subscribers, whether they like the stuff or not. So, it's not about that, Don't be so selfish. Then watch some videos from beginning to end, because there's really 4 ways to help build our community. 1 is watch the videos from beginning to end. 2, give them a thumbs up, so YouTube knows that you like them. The videos, that is. And when I say YouTube, I mean the YouTube community. Also, YouTube, the company, which would be Google, would also know that you like what we do. But I'm talking about the YouTube community knows that you like this content. So, leaving comments does that.
Yes, Mom.
Subscribing, thumbs up does that.
You want a drink?
Hi there, I was trying to talk to the people.
Handsome man in Falkwreath. Aren't you a sight to see? You're going to have the people of Falkwreath wrapped around your finger in no time. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Are you here for a funeral?
No, and I'm not a man. I'm a cat. Why do you ask?
Been lots of mourners in Falkwreath lately on account of this terrible war. Well, welcome to Dead Man's Drink. If you need a bed, speak to Volga. She'll set you right. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Well, just so you know, Nari, Helga was destroyed by a dragon. A dragon. I swear, I saw a dragon. A dragon. A dragon. I swear I saw a dragon.
A dragon? In Helgen? It can't be.
Well,
Although, I don't know why, but I actually believe you.
Well, it's
You get the look of someone who's just seen a dragon. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Please, I beg you, talk to the Jarl. Lend any aid you can.
I do like it when young ladies beg me for things. But right now I was explaining to the people out in YouTube land how to fix their broken quest givers and merchants. What is that ruin on the mountain above Falkwreath?
Requin's Bastion. A tomb like so many in Skyrim, where the dead have found no peace. They say it's filled with vampires, draugr, and all matter of undead. People want the guards to do something about it, but they're stretched thin as it is with the war, or so they'd have you believe.
It's filled with vampires and the Duggars? Like from 18 kids and counting, and 19 kids and counting, and 20 kids and counting, and 21 kids and counting, and 42 kids and we can't count anymore? Those Duggars?
If you can do better than the guards, we would be most grateful.
Like Grateful
Besides,
Dead?
if you succeed, the steward in the keep is offering a bounty.
Heard any interesting gossip lately?
Lucan over in Riverwood says thieves broke into his store, but they hardly took anything. Strange.
I would have taken his sister, but apparently there's some kind of obscure, really old law from the first era against kidnapping. Which is, I mean, come on. Talk about outdated notions. What do you think about the Civil War?
I think the war is just an excuse. If it does end, there will be a new reason and a new place.
Does it bother you that Talos worship is outlawed? I mean, it bothers me that anybody ever worshipped Talos in the first place, because there's only one God, and Talos ain't it. You catch my drift?
I don't know about you, but all my prayers are silent, and who I pray to is still my own to decide.
Well, you would think so, but I teach otherwise, actually. Although that isn't the purpose of this channel. We'll talk about it when you're older. It's nice and warm in here, isn't it?
A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air. Anything I can get you?
What's on the menu?
Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both?
Well, right now I'm kind of freaked out that you got little kids in a tavern full of drunk people. Where I'm from, we don't let little children into our drinking establishments. They might see or hear something that wouldn't be very good, or they might pick up a mug and, it can actually harm them, if they're exposed to alcohol at too young an age. Does any of this... Okay, you're not. Blink if you're being held hostage. Okay, and this one, again, is offering me 1 septum for Blackberry Mead. That's it. Nothing else. Anything else would be just giving away to her. So, it was nice meeting you. Try to learn how to cover your chest someday. I know you're working on tips, but we're working on a G-rated YouTube channel. So, have a little respect.
Until next time.
So this is how you fix the problem of quest givers not giving you quests, or merchants not offering to sell you things. You give a thumbs up to all the videos on our channel. The channel is called Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer. You subscribe to the Poorly Aging
This is a local favorite.
Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer. Dude, do not interrupt me, dude.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Warwickstead. And the braggart did swagger as he told of both battles and
You see what I'm up against? Okay.
then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the
Do you ever go quiet?
said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now think it's high time that you lie down and bleed? So then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Okay, let's try and get through this. If the merchant isn't opening... If the merchant isn't opening their inventory to you so that you can buy things, or a quest giver, a known quest giver, is not giving you the quest, and you're sure that it's a situation where they're supposed to, then you give a thumbs up to all the videos in our channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. You subscribe to the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. This guy's really just going to keep trying to do everything to distract you from doing the right thing. Leave comments in all the appropriate comments in all the videos contained in the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. What's the fourth thing? Oh, and watch the videos all the way through in the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Then, and only then, open the console on your PC. Yeah, I should have mentioned from the beginning, this only works on the PC. Although all the other stuff, it works on the PC and not the PC. Like subscribing and liking and commenting and all that. That works regardless of whether you have a PC. So feel free to do it. So you open the console with the little tilde that's on my keyboard. It is right west of the number 1 key, and you have to hit shift, and then there's a little tilde up. It opens up the console, and then you type start quest, that's one word, STARTQUEST, space. You don't type the word space, you just make a space there with the space bar. And then you type dialogue generic. The word dialogue and the word generic as one word. Just like start quest was one word, dialogue generic is one word, and then you press enter. After that, you close the console, then you wait a minute or two, and you make a fresh save.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar.
Shut your face! Then it's done. You can check with your nearest innkeeper or merchant, and you've got your dialogues back. And remember, these dialogues are the dialogues to sell you stuff, and they're the dialogues to start quests. So, since this guy is obviously trying to get in a fight with me, he won't let me talk to you or anything like that uninterrupted. I'm going to end this video and we'll start a new one, and it'll make everything very manageable. Thank you for watching. God bless you. There's only one God, not 8 or 9 or 10 divines.